Hi everyone, so welcome back to Vroom Vroom Zoom. Today I wanted to make a different sort of video, and I've been having quite a lot of thoughts about doing these sorts of videos for a while, and I'm going to finally do it. So I've just dropped off my son. I'm sitting here in the dark in my car, and I am going to make this video, and it's probably going to be crap and ranty and long and whatever, but I'm just going to do it because I feel this is sort of a way that I would like to move my channel. In this video, I just wanted to give you a bit of a insight into something that has been on the back of my head for a long time. And I just wanted to share with you something that I think we all need to maybe do some deep thinking around, okay? Something that deserves your time and attention, because that's something that we don't have a lot of time. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, and I haven't really been super careful with my money, but I haven't really been like a spender as well. So I've got who knows how many years left to live, but I feel the time has come that I do something about the way that I'm living this life, because I can't keep doing what everyone else is doing. I don't want to be doing what everyone else is doing, and what everyone else is doing is working. And don't get me wrong, I like my job, and most days I reckon, 80% of the time I love going to work. But then there is these other days where I'm just like, I just don't want to go to work. I don't feel like going to work today. I'm tired, or I've had a bad night, or whatever. I don't want to go to work today, but I'm still obligated to go. And that doesn't sit well with me. So what I've done is I've come up with 3 core questions that I think everyone just needs to ask. And I'm not going to give you any guidance on the answers today, but it's 3 questions that I think will, if you sit there and think about it a little bit, you will get a lot more clarity around what's going on in your life and what you can do. If you're like me, if you feel like there's this lack of freedom in your job and in your life and the way that you're living your life, then ask yourself these 3 questions. So question number 1, what is your relationship with money? So quite simply, just ask yourself, what is it that you do with money? Is money something that just comes and goes in the background of your life? Is it something that is causing you stress? Is it something that's causing you no stress at all? Is it something you're just relaxed about and everything's fine? Is your relationship with money based around a love-hate thing? So number 2, this was a bit of a confronting one, and it's very confronting for me because I know what I'm doing. But yeah, ask yourself this. Right now, you're sitting here watching YouTube. Yeah? You're on YouTube. I'm fairly certain you are. So what are you doing in your life to improve your knowledge, your understanding, and your relationship with money? What are you doing to improve that situation? Because you're watching YouTube. So, I'm hoping to provide you with some educational stuff here in this video. But you know what? I know from myself, I sit there and I watch a whole lot of entertainment on YouTube, and I really had to dig deep and ask myself, what am I actually spending my time on? My spare time, that I work hard for, I suppose. What am I doing with that time? Okay, so ask yourself the question, what are you doing with your spare time? Are you just sitting there being entertained? Are you actually considering what are your options? What can you do to change your current financial situation? So question 3 is another thought-provoking one. Obviously, that's the whole idea of this. Is where did you get your financial education from? Because the answer to that for most people is their role models, who are their parents. Okay, so you probably got your financial education from your parents. You've probably looked at what your parents have done throughout their life, and you've listened to the advice that they have given you, and you have tried to replicate that as a model to follow in terms of how you're doing your life in terms of finances. So I am going to ask you to question that. So who are you getting your advice from? Are you getting it from your parents? Are you getting it from YouTube? Are you getting it from a financial advisor? are you getting it from your friend? And the reason that that third one is super critical to reflect upon is because, as well-intending as people are, the world's changed. The world's changing constantly, and how you make money today in 2021 is going to be completely different than how people made money in the 70s, and it's completely different in how one person might be making money in 2021 versus another person. So it's a very complex question, but yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So here are those 3 questions again, just to get you started. Number 1, what is your relationship with money? Question 2, what are you doing in your spare time? What is it that you do in your spare time? And how is that linked to money? And question 3 is, who is your financial mentor? Who is a person that you look up to that has taught you about money and what you're doing with the way you're doing money? So that's it. 3 little questions. Okay, so I've personally been thinking about this an awful lot recently, and it's helped me to get to a point where I'm almost in a place where at the moment I'm going to work 5 days a week, and I'm almost at a point now where I can reduce that to 4, and with a little bit of tiny luck and alignment of the planets, I can maybe reduce it to 3. And for me, I think that's the balance. I think that's a balance that a lot of people might be looking for, is 3 days of work, okay, collegiality, going to a workplace, still contributing to society, okay, 3 days, no worries, and then having 4 days off. So 3 days on, 4 days off, that sounds like a dream to me. In a nutshell, that's what this channel is going to be about, is chasing that 3-day on, 4-day off type of a scenario and everything that goes along with it. If you're considering subscribing, the topics that I'm looking to cover are cryptocurrency, been really big in the news recently. You hear an awful lot about it. Shares, property investing. Okay, that's how my journey started, through investing in property. Work, employment, okay, govy job, private sector, govy sector, and investment in general. So looking to do more and more content on that. So if that sort of stuff interests you, then subscribe, please subscribe and say hello. And yeah, just remember those 3 questions, and hopefully we can start this little journey together. Whereas if you feel the same as me, then maybe we can learn and grow through this channel and the videos that I'm going to be putting up. All right, everyone, have a good one. Next time, see ya.